Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. And then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's Legacy Maker broadcast. We've got the 2-1 VCU Rams taking on the 4-0 Howard Bison coming out of the MEAC Conference. I'm your man, Darrell Owens, here to bring you tonight's action, and we're very, very excited to be back for our second game of the season. Friday, we saw the VCU Rams take on the Maine Black Bears in a 81-77 victory for VCU, and a comeback victory. They had to battle back in that game to get in contention just to win that ball game. And now tonight, we're going to see if they can try to fight off a team that's 4-0, and they've been cooking so far this season in the Howard Bison. Starting lineups are being introduced at the current time. Starting lineup for Howard, we have the guard, Ariella Hennigan, 9.3 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. Then you got Destiny Bynum Johnson, averaging 6.3 points per game. Zoe Stewart playing guard, number 23, averaging 8.8 points per game. At the 4 position, number 25, Niall Miller, averaging 7.5 points per game and 5.5 rebounds per game. And then the young lady that leads this team in scoring, Zanaya Thomas, 11.5 points per game and 7.5 rebounds. So leading in points and rebounds. So watch out for Zanaya Thomas today. She's going to be the X factor, and to see if she can get things going for this Howard team. Now, Howard lost last year in this matchup 72-48, and they're going to try to see if they can shock the VCU crowd tonight and get a win. Now, starting lineup for VCU, totally different than what we saw on Friday because of a couple reasons. Maria Ana Asari did not play due to injury. And it was international night, so we had a little bit more of an international flavor starting in that game. Now, we still have some international flavor starting in this game. But we'll start off with number 2, Soraya Griffin, averaging 9 points per game and 2 rebounds per game. And, of course, Mariana Asari, the lead scorer on this team last season, coming back, and she averaging 18 points per game with 5 rebounds. Then we have Patricia Augustin, who was the A10 Rookie of the Week, averaging 8 points per game and 5.3 rebounds. And then Lucia Sotelo, 6.7 points per game, 4 rebounds at the 4 position, number 32. And last but not least, number 34, Katarina Kanerovic, She's coming in at 19 points per game with 3 rebounds. Now, Kanerovic, she started in the last game, and it was her first game for VCU. And Kanerovic was so good in that game, and you could just feel the rhythm that she had going. And now I'm intrigued to see what her and Asari playing together is going to look like. So tonight we've got a good one coming here from the Siegel Center. We got the VCU Rams 2-1 versus a 4-0 Howard Bison. We'll be ready to go here in just a second on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Thank you all once again for tuning in. Well, we got 2 coaches that have been around a long time. We've got Coach Ty Grace for Howard, 11th season at Howard, and we're going to see how season 11 will go for the Howard Bison. But like I said, a great start so far at 4-0, and has to be extremely happy with the starting lineup and the way these young ladies have played so far. Then on the other side, you got Coach Beth O'Boyle, who, last season a little bit rough for VCU. She had her first child last year in the middle of the season, so there was a little bit of some coaching moving around until she got back. She came back in time for the tournament, but it was maybe in some people's eyes a little too late. By that time, VCU had, not said moved it in, but they were trying to get themselves focused on this season, and it looks like they have a really good team this season. And I think they may shock a couple people in the Atlantic 10. Now, with that being said, we've got Lucia Sotelo going up against Zanaya Thomas here on the tip. Zanaya Thomas, 6'2" senior from Cleveland, Ohio, way of the University of Kentucky. And now she is the head honcho here for the Howard. Now, VCU wins the tip. Griffin, her 3, no good. Sotelo gets a piece of it. Now Asari will get the rebound for the Rams. Asari, 5.5 rebounds on the season. Pulls the 3, and off the back of the rim, rebound by Miller. And up the floor is Hennigan. Hennigan being guarded by Asari. Hennigan was swinging on the wing to Miller. Miller will give it over to Thomas. Thomas jumper, no good. It rolls off the left side, and a rebound by Augustin. So now Augustin bringing it up the floor. Kanerovic, pump fake, will swing it inside to Sotelo for 2, and VCU gets on the board. 2-0 Rams. Stewart driving, in a little bit of trouble. Augustin there to prevent her. And driving to the basket is Hennigan, who's going to get fouled. And the foul is going to be on Augustin. And this is going to send Hennigan to the free throw line. Hennigan, who on the season so far, 7 for 8. You can make it 8 for 7 after knocking down the first one. And she knocks them both down. So it's a pretty good free throw percentage to start the season for Hennigan. Now Asari bringing it up 4 for the Rams. Augustin on the wing, try to get it inside to Kanerovic, but it's knocked away at the last second there by Howard. A great defensive job there by Bynum Johnson. Griffin is the Ram who tried to check it in to get it into Sotelo. And Sotelo is going to get fouled and head to the free throw line for the first time. So a 2-2 contest, with Sotelo heading to the free throw line. And the first one will go down. So Sotelo will knock that one down. And Sotelo knocks them both down. Sotelo, who's perfect on the season from the free throw line, knocked them both down. 4-2. At the top is Zoe Stewart, who's going to hand it off to Bynum Johnson. Over to Miller, who now drives on the left side of the A-10 logo, floats it in the air, but great defense by Knezarvic. Knezarvic up the floor, trying to work against Miller, and there's some contact there. And that will send Knezarvic to the free throw line, assuming they didn't call this on the floor. And it is. It was on the floor, so Griffin will take it out for VCU. And swings it over to Knezarvic, who gives it to Augustin. Great give and go pass there, but it's knocked away. Hennigan up the floor. Bynum Johnson looking in the corner and finds Zoe Stewart for three. The Bison have the lead. Knezarvic goes flying down the floor, falling, but putting it in for two. 6-5. And now Hennigan driving all the way to the basket with a lot of contact. And it's going to be an and one situation here for Howard, as Ariella Hennigan will head back to the free throw line. We also see Deja Preston entering the game for VCU. Hennigan talked about how great her free throw shooting has been this year, and she misses her second of the season. Preston up the floor for VCU. Over to Augustin, who's on the wing. We'll swing it over to Knezarvic. Knezarvic inside to Sotelo, but it's knocked away by Miller. And Hennigan up the floor. Was looking for Thomas, who kicked it out to Bynum Johnson. Bynum Johnson and Hennigan inside to Miller, who drives all the way to the basket. And the right hand is no good. She gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Bynum Johnson at the top of the key, being guarded by Asari. She lost control of the basketball over the Hennigan for three, and that hits off the left side of the rim, and a rebound by Preston. Now Preston up the floor here for VCU. Takes all the contact, but a great job there by Ariella Hennigan, who just strips the ball away as Preston was heading to the basket. And the question is this going to be a foul or just possession under the basket for VCU? And they're trying to discuss that now, but we'll have Griffin head back in the game. And for the first time in this one, Hawa Deboya will head into the game. The 6'7" sophomore from Brooklyn now in the game. She's battling against Thomas down low, but a floater by Asari will put VCU back in the lead. It's 8-7. Miller at the top, takes a dribble near the free throw line, decides to pull up, no good, gets her own rebound, being guarded by Augustin. Bynum Johnson with the fadeaway on the baseline, no good, rebound Deboya. Deboya up to Preston. And now to Preston. We'll swing it over to Griffin, who's driving. Kicks over to Asari for three. Asari's three is no good. Deboya with the rebound, and there's some contact. And that's going to send VCU to the free throw line. So 8-7, and we'll see Deboya head to the free throw line. Actually, correction, that is Gaffin who is heading to the free throw line. So Gaffin has made her way into the game. Lucia Gaffin, the junior, 6'1", from Grand Island, Nebraska. And the first shot is no good. So definitely my fault on that. That was Gaffin who was in the game for VCU. Gaffin looking to knock this one down. Misses both free throws and a rebound by Howard. So Stewart has possession at the top, being guarded by Asari. Gives it over to Miller. Miller to Hannigan. Just inside the three-point line. Back to Miller. Now over to Stewart, who drives. Elbow jumper off the front of the rim. No good. Miller fighting down low with two Rams. And it's going to be Ram basketball. So far we've seen quite a bit here on both ends, but very aggressive play on both sides. Now April Edwards heading into the game for Howard, along with Genesis Perrin. So Perrin also in the game. Perrin 6'5" from Norwich, Connecticut, way of Lawrence Academy. Now in the contest. And this Howard team has a lot of height. Well, you got to watch out. And controlling the paint's going to be huge. Asari's three, no good. Rebound. Griffin drives to the basket off the glass. And that one is going to hit off of Howard and stay with VCU. So on the floor right now for the Rams, Griffin, Knezevich, Gaffin, along with Preston and Asari. On the floor for Howard is Stewart, Hannigan, Perrin, Edwards, and so yeah, Stewart, Perrin, Hannigan, Miller. Miller was hiding from it. That was all on the floor right now for Howard. Edwards at the top of the key will swing it to Hannigan, who lost control of it. It's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be VCU basketball. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to take us to the media timeout with the score. VCU 8, Howard 7. We'll be back here in just a second on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. All right, we are back. Midway through the first quarter, VCU up 8-7 over Howard. 4 minutes and 57 seconds left here in this first quarter. Both teams still trying to find their way on the shooting front. Howard right now shooting 20%. VCU shooting 33%. And VCU has possession. Knezarvik tried to throw it inside, hit the ball off the top of Miller's head. It was last touched by VCU, and it will be Howard basketball. I hope Miller's okay, but she's definitely holding the top of her forehead.
Here we go, Z.
And she seems to be all right. Hennigan up the floor. We'll give it off to Stewart. Stewart will pull for three. Oh, that one rattled out, and a rebound. And I think she got hit once again. Nope. This time it was Thomas who got banged up down low a little bit. But it will be Rams basketball. As Griffin will take possession of the floor. Zachariah now in the game for VCU. Drives to the elbow, kicks it out to Griffin at the top of the key. Back to Zachariah on the wing. Looking inside to Gaffin, who's on the far block, trying to work against Thomas. Tries to force one up, can't get it to go. Thomas with some great defense. Preston over to Griffin. Griffin now to Knezarvik. That one is going to be over the back on the Rams, and it'll be Howard basketball. Knezarvik trying to make it happen there for the Rams, but it doesn't go. And so Howard with the basketball. Hannigan will bring it up the floor. Over to Hemingway. Sayla Hemingway now in the game for Howard, along with Edwards, Hannigan, Thomas, and Miller. Edward at the top of the key gives it over to Thomas, who tried to drive against Sotelo to the basket, and a foul will be called. And that one's on the floor for Sotelo. And that's going to be Sotelo's first. And right now, this is a little bit of a tough streak from the field goal perspective. The Howard hasn't scored in almost 4 minutes, and VCU hasn't scored in almost 3. And Thomas will miss the free throw. Zaniah Thomas knocks down the second. Thomas, who is the leading scorer on this team, puts it through to tie it up. And look at the pressure by Howard. They smothered Sotelo near the scorer's table, inside to Thomas, and there's going to be a foul. That was a great job by the Howard defense against the scorer's table. They smothered Sotelo. They were able to take the ball away, head to the basket. And now Thomas will head back to the line to try to give Howard the lead. And Thomas knocks it down, and the Bison have taken the lead. That's a great job by the Howard defense on that last possession. And Thomas will knock them both down to make it 10-8. Now, sorry. Oh, and it's almost taken away by Miller, who came flying towards us here at the scores table. My man Chris had to move to the side. He thought he was done for. The VCU Rams will take it out. Knezarvik from the Preston inbound misses the three. Little bit of the Dirk shimmy there by Zachariah. I can tell you now, she definitely patterns her game after Dirk Nowitzki. I've seen a couple of things that gives me that vibe from Ann Zachariah. There's a rebound by the Rams looking to take the lead. Knezarvik driving inside and somehow two-hand scooped that bad boy into the air. And they're going to say this is Howard basketball. Rain Durant now into the contest for Howard. Hannigan being guarded by Preston will drive on the right side. Pulls up to Edwards on the wing. The three opportunity, no good off the back. Asari will now push the pace here for the Rams. Knezarvik hands it off to Preston, who will pull up jump just 2 feet behind the free throw line and knocks it down. That's Preston's first points of the game. 12-10 VCU. Hannigan will give it off to Hemingway. Hemingway over to Edwards. Edwards driving to the basket against Zariah. Can't get it to go. Preston will get the rebound. And now Preston all the way up the floor. From the wing to Asari in the corner. Working against Hemingway. We'll see Sotelo near the wing. Over to Zachariah in the other corner. Rattles out. Rebound by Thomas. Thomas and the Bison up the floor. Thomas over to Hennigan. Hennigan looking inside. And a great pass inside to Durant for 2. And now it's a 12-12 game. Knezarvik. Zachariah for 3. And Zachariah. I'm telling you, man, I try not to make too many comparisons, but there's something about that young lady's game in Dirk Nowitzki. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she Dirk, but she got Dirk characteristics. Zachariah over to Asari. Now Asari driving against Thomas, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. And this one is going to be against Thomas. And we've got some mass substitutions coming in here for Howard. So we'll see Destiny Bynum Johnson back in. Durant will stay on the floor. Zoe Stewart back on the floor. Emma Nakwe now in the game for the first time. And number 12, Dali Moreno in the game for Howard. And now Stewart with a move towards the basket. And she almost still made that. Feet got tangled up a little bit on the way to the basket, but there was some contact there, and this should see the Bison head to the free throw line. So Zoe Stewart will take her turn at the free throw line. Zoe Stewart's got 3 points on the day. She's shooting 100% from the free throw line this season. She's 9 for 9. Zoe Stewart, the 5'10 junior from Terre Haute, Indiana. Made one of the 2 free throws. Now Asari driving all the way to the basket for 2. And there's VCU's leading scorer from last season making some way here. 17-13. Stewart to Moreno, who will dish it inside. That's Hemingway trying to work her way. Correction, actually, that was Rain Durant making that basket. And then we got a lot of contact here against Asari as she drives to the basket. And she's going to head to the free throw line herself now. (17-15) as Asari heads to the free throw line. Also on the floor right now for the Rams, Tanya Kachinko making her way into the game along with Zachariah. Knezarvik and Preston looking like she's about to make her way into the game for VCU. And then we have Ty Williams on the floor for the first time. So Preston comes in for Zachariah. Augustin comes in for Knezarvik. So that'll give us Kachinko, Preston, Augustin, Williams, and Asari on the floor. Stewart has possession. It's a 19-15 VCU lead. Time ticking here in the first quarter. Stewart driving to the basket, floats it. Oh, a good opportunity to the wayside, but gets the offensive rebound, and Asari goes battling And they're going to say it's VCU basketball, but they were fighting for it on the floor. Good hustle by both teams. And VCU looks like they will have the last possession of this first quarter. And another substitution as Knezjevic comes back in for Augustin. So Zachariah also makes her way back into the game. Asari looking, pulls it for three, knocks it down. Mariana Asari will send VCU into the second quarter with a 7-point lead, 22-15. And we've had a really good first quarter, a very competitive first quarter between Howard and VCU. The Rams up 22-15 over the Bison. We'll be back in just a second here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit-blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Second quarter of action about to go down here at the Siegel Center. VCU up 22-15 over Howard. And it was a very fun first quarter, very competitive first quarter between these two teams. On the floor for Howard at the current time, Dally Moreno, along with Bynum Johnson, Stewart. And then we also have Durant on the floor with Nikwe. Those are 5 for Howard. For VCU, you got Kachinko, Zachariah, Asari, Knezjevic, and Williams. And we start the second quarter with the Bison in possession. Stewart on the wing. Over to Bynum Johnson at the top of the key. Back to Stewart on the wing, who's being guarded by Asari. Stewart would take a couple steps back and try to reset things, and trying to listen to what Coach Ty Grace has to say. And now Stewart trying to drive, pulls up from the elbow off the front of the rim. Oh, great opportunity for an offensive rebound there for Stewart, but it hit off her foot and rolled to the VCU bench. And VCU has possession. Williams will get it in to Asari. Being guarded by Stewart. The Kachinko pick. And Kachinko tried to drive to the basket, but the Howard defense was there. Knezjevic in the lane for 2. 9-point lead for VCU. Katarina Knezjevic doing it again. It could be a special duo here with Asari and Knezjevic. And now Asari Knežević harassing Stewart at the top of the key, and Asari will get the steal. On the move, Williams working against Nakwe. Williams will kick it out to Knežević, who'll give it to Asari. Asari trying to take the Knežević pick, uses it for 3 ammunition and knocks it down. 27-15. VCU with a 12-point lead. And if you're Howard, you want to slow it down a little bit, try to figure things out. Moreno over to Durant at the top of the key, will push it out to Stewart. Stewart tried to get it inside to Moreno, and it's knocked away by Knežević. Williams up the floor to Asari. Asari working inside, will kick it out to Knežević for 3, and she knocks it down. 15-point lead for VCU. Man, great ball movement by the Rams, and just like that, it's a 15-point game. Stewart has it for Howard. Hands it off to Nakwe. Nakwe inside. Durant with the right hand. It just doesn't go. It rattled out. Rebound by Williams. Over to Knežević. Knežević takes a couple of dribbles. We swing it back to Williams at the top. Now Williams with a bounce pass over to Kachinko. Kachinko back to Williams on the wing. Uses the pick from Kachinko. Williams back to Kachinko, who drives with the left. There's some contact, no foul call, and a rebound by Durant. Bynum Johnson on the wing will swing it over to Durant at the top of the key, who then gives it to Stewart, who backs up towards the VCU logo. Over to Nakwe. Inside to Durant, working against Kachinko, and 2 points for Durant. Rain Durant ends that drought that Howard had. And the run for VCU. Now Williams 3 in the corner is no good. Rebound by Nakwe. Nakwe up to Moreno, straight to the basket versus Kachinko. Can't get it to go as it rolls out now against 2 Rams. Moreno will hit the ground. And now we'll see Hawa Deboya. I don't know how I got it wrong the last time. But Deboya, the 6'7" center from Brooklyn, now entering the game for VCU, along with Augustin. So Augustin, Williams, Deboya, Zachariah, and Asari on the floor for VCU. Moreno's shot no good. Hannigan back in the game for Howard.
Take your time, baby. Take your time.
Along with Salah Hemingway back in. Durant still on the floor, and Bynum Johnson. Moreno knocks it down. 12-point game here for VCU. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left here in this first half, and VCU has been in control most of the time. Bynum Johnson was looking for a foul because Augustin used her shoulder as she was trying to press her up the floor. No call. Williams over to Augustin, who pump fakes in the corner, kicks it back out to Williams, who now drives in the key, finds Asari on the wing, and her 3 opportunity is no good. There's a rebound by Bynum Johnson, who will swing across court to Hannigan. And now Hannigan back in the game, takes control of the point guard position for Howard. Lost control on the dribble. We'll give it to Hemingway, who now drives along the baseline. Asari's there, giving great defensive pressure. Hannigan with the jump shot after the great pass by Hemingway. 10-point game. And a steal by Howard. And a great job by Hannigan, who will call the timeout. And with 5 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock, Howard gaining a little momentum here, down by 10 to the VCU Rams. We'll be back in just a second on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. You're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.LegacyMakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports, and then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
Dirty 20. 5 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the first half. And we see VCU up by 10. Now, Howard's been doing a little work here. VCU's been on a 2 minute and 24 second scoring drought, and they've taken full advantage of that. Hannigan still calls the timeout and sent us into our immediate timeout. But this Howard team has done a really good job of keeping VCU at bay. Yes, VCU is up by 10, but Howard has given them great pressure on the defensive side. VCU has had to work for every shot that they've taken in this contest. And what I like also, the shooting has it's a little bit better this time around for Howard. Still not great with as it need to be. They're shooting 40% compared to the 22% they shot in the first quarter. So it's getting a little bit better. VCU shooting 50% in the second half. In the second quarter, they shot 44.4% in the first quarter. So they're on pace right now and keeping things on top of things. One of the biggest things right now that I see is the rebound discrepancy. VCU has a 21-12 rebound lead over Howard, and they've been able to take advantage of it. All right, so back. Howard will have possession. Hannigan, along with Hemingway, Durant, Miller, and Bynum Johnson are in the game for the Bison. Bynum Johnson will hand it off to Miller. Miller to Hannigan. Little hezzy there. That doesn't go her way. It goes far to the right. And that air ball there for Hannigan will be VCU basketball. Sorry, we'll give it in to Griffin, who is now in the game. Griffin, Augustin, Demboya, who they look inside to Demboya, working against Bynum Johnson. Is blocked by Bynum Johnson. And Demboya still fighting for it. And Howard takes control. They still got a chance here to make this a single-digit game. Hannigan swings it across court. Bynum Johnson on the wing. Takes a couple dribbles. Will kick it back out to Hannigan, who's near the VCU logo in the center of the court. Now she moves to the wing. Being guarded. Oh. And we've got a foul on the floor. And it's going to be against Howard, as Williams tried to get around the pick, but ran into Durant. And now they call an offensive foul on Howard. It will be VCU basketball. We'll see Ty Williams take it out for the Rams. Griffin will bring it up the floor for VCU. Over to Augustin, who's near the elbow. Takes a couple dribbles back to the wing and swings it over to Williams. Williams back to Augustin. And she runs into a trifecta of Howard players that were waiting for her in the post. And a traveling violation is called against Augustin. And the Bison will bring it up the floor. The Bison have a really critical opportunity here. They haven't been able to capitalize on some of these possessions where they could have cut the lead into single digits. Sitting on the corner is Stewart, who's back in the game. Gives it into Durant, who is going up against Gaffin. And Miller's opportunity to make this an 8-point game falls to the wayside, and it hits off the glass, and now VCU has possession. Asari, corner three, hits off the front of the rim, rebound, Bynum Johnson. And now Bynum Johnson will take it up the floor. Over to Stewart. They try to reset some things here. Down by 10. Stewart, pull-up jumper, and that one won't go. Has a second opportunity, drives inside, and that won't go. And then Hemingway battling with Gaffin. Rebound VCU. Up the floor to Williams. Her shot is blocked by Miller. Back and forth action as Bynum will pull it out and kick it over to Stewart. Stewart now has possession. Trying to use the pick from Durant. Great defense by VCU. Hemingway being guarded by Williams. And now Stewart will give it inside to Miller. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Stewart pump fakes. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls the three. Got it! Zoe Stewart knocks down the three. It's a 7-point game. And just a little hesitation there from Zoe, but she knocks it down. And now Griffin for VCU had possession, hands it over to Williams, back to Augustine, who tries to take it back to a 10-point game. Now Bynum gets the rebound. Over to Stewart. Once again, Howard has a chance to cut into the VCU lead. 30-23. Stewart inside to Durant, near the elbow. Gives it inside to Hemingway, who has to fight for that shot. And Hemingway having some problems getting back off the floor. Ran into a VCU player. Augustine for the three, nothing but glass. And Bynum Johnson will slow it down a little bit. This has been really fast-paced the last couple of minutes. And now Bynum Johnson being guarded by Asari at the top of the key. The Bison are on an 8-0 run here in the last 4 minutes. Miller, pull up. Yeah, it's off the front of the rim, and it just doesn't go. The Bison's opportunities have been there, but they have not been able to capitalize. VCU is 0 for 9 here in the last 5 minutes. Griffin throws it into the crowd. And onlooker who wasn't paying attention got tagged. Boy, you got to pay attention when you have these games. It's just like baseball. I know it don't seem like it, but a basketball could come flying at you. You got to be careful out there. Believe me, I'm always on my P's and Q's. If I get hit, it's because I just really won't try. I'm just throwing it out there. Minute 41, VCU up by 7, 30-23 over Howard. But the Bisons have had their opportunity. The Bison have their chances to do some damage here. And there's a jump ball, and that's going to go. It's going to stay here. It's going to stay here with VCU. If you're Coach Bethel Boyle, you want to get your team back on the scoring front. I mean, it's been really bad. They have not scored in almost 7 minutes. Knezjevic is back in the game, and guess what? You bring in Knezjevic, things change. 2 points, 32-23. They were missing the scoring. They finally ended the drought. Now Stewart over to Miller. Miller inside, Gaffin with the steal for the Rams. Griffin up the floor, and a great hustle by Bynum Johnson, who was trailing and knocked the ball out from behind. It'll be Rams basketball. Sotelo will come in for Gaffin. Griffin over to Sotelo. Sotelo along the baseline. Finds Preston. Preston to Zachariah, back to Preston, and the three bounces in and out of the rim. Howard has possession. Stewart will slow things up. And she's near the VCU bench and then swings to the opposite side. Being guarded by Zachariah. Miller with the pass. Inside for two. Man, Durant will get it in for 2, but man, I'm gonna tell you what, the Bison have had the just no luck with those inside shots. They've just kind of rolled off to the side. Kneževic's 3, no good, and a rebound by Durant. And they've just struggled to the small baskets, the ones that look like they should be simple. They have not been able to get them to fall. They've been good shot opportunities. They just haven't fell. So now down by 7. Stewart has it at the top. Tries to get over to Bynum Johnson, and it goes out of bounds just a little too far. 14 seconds left here in the second half. Oh, excuse me, the first half. Here for the Rams. Asari has it. VCU will wonder if they will try to hold on for the last shot. Asari driving inside, floats it for 2. Mariana Asari. I tell you, Mariana Asari is one of the best. And she proves it right there, easily getting to the basket with the floater for 2. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will send us to halftime with the score. VCU 34, Howard 25. Leading the way in points is Mariana Asari with 14. Kneževic has 9. Preston with 2. Zachariah with 5. Sotelo with 4 for VCU. On the Howard side of things, Durant coming off the bench. She's got 8 points. Stewart has 7. Hannigan has 6. Moreno with 1. And Thomas, who is their leading scorer, has 3. All right, everybody, we'll be back here in about 15 minutes to bring you the second half of action. VCU up 34 to 25 over Howard. We'll be back on the LegacyMaker Sports Network.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters NT, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend has it is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports. And then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Crossroads Community Services Board. Is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, you can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Legacy Financial Wellness with Rita Stewart. Let Rita help you safeguard your family's future while you focus on living your best life. Discover the peace of mind that comes with having the right financial plan in place. Rita Stewart is a dedicated and experienced financial professional ready to guide you on your financial journey. Her expertise lies in helping clients create a robust and enduring financial foundation to build on into the future. So you can reach out to Rita Stewart by phone at 804-677-7555, on Instagram at Money Matters and T, on the World Wide Web at LegacyFinancialWellness.com, on Facebook at Legacy Financial Wellness, or at her personal email at rita.stewart@5ringsfinancial.com. Legendary Culture Films, one of the hottest and upcoming movie production companies, would like to let you know about a couple movies that they have out currently, and one of them on the way. First, the movie Black Sheep, currently airing on Tubi, is about a young hustler trying to make the transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. It is a great movie. If you want to catch it, it's on Tubi right now. Another great movie that's coming to Tubi soon, Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock seeking revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It is coming soon from Legendary Culture Films. And a new movie in development, Boys in the Woods. That should be a very interesting one coming from Legendary Culture Films. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-5111. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com. Last but not least, Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Hey, and you're probably wondering, where do I find the Legacy Maker Sports Network? Well, first of all, you can head over to our website at www.legacymakersports.com to check out all the latest in the sports world. Also, if you want to check us out on our social media pages, you can reach us on Facebook and in LinkedIn at Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can reach us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Legacy Maker Sports, and then you can reach us on Twitter, aka X, at Legacy Maker SPN. Make sure you give us a like, a share, and why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our channels. Once again, we thank you all for tuning in to the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, getting ready for the second half of action. VCU up 34-25 over the Howard Bison. Look, this Howard Bison team, if they can figure it out, they've got a chance to win this game. They've had opportunities and could not make the baskets. VCU, they've got to be careful because they went on a couple of scoring droughts that put them in really bad positions in that first half. So we're going to see if VCU can come out hot again or if Howard can find a way to make it happen. But I like some of the hustle that I've seen from this Howard basketball team. And let's see if they can do something here in the second half. VCU is still holding on tight to that 9-point lead. So it looks like we got the starters coming back for both teams. For VCU, Knezevich, Augustin, Griffin, Asari, and Sotelo. For the Bison, we've got Stewart, Hennigan, Miller, Thomas, and Bynum Johnson. Thomas with the basketball, Bison basketball. Stewart looking inside to Thomas. Over to Stewart for three. Oh, Zoe Stewart knocks it down. And it's a 6-point game. What a great job by Stewart. Stewart's got 10. She's leading the way. And it's stolen by Miller. Oh, taken back by Knezevich. She forces her way inside. There's a jump ball. And I know Miller was a little bit upset about that, but the jump ball wasn't a bad move. Able to force possession error and give VCU the basketball back. Griffin over to Asari, who drives along the baseline against Miller. Stolen by Miller. Here comes now Miller all the way to the basket, and she's fouled by Sotelo. So a chance here for the Bison to make this a 4-point game as they send now Miller to the free throw line. Miller is 6 for 11 from the free throw line on the season. Shooting just a little over 50%, and she misses that one. Right now, the Bison shooting 7 for 11 from the free throw line. And Miller makes the second. It's a 5-point game. So many opportunities by the Bison's team that they have not been able to capitalize on. And now VCU up by 5, up the floor, and this foul is going to be on Miller as Asari using her speed to get Miller off track. And now Miller and Stewart both have 2 fouls. So Knezevich knocks down a 3, 37-29. Bison basketball. Hannigan's jump shot no good. And Knezevich up the floor. In between the legs, being guarded by Miller. Knezevich working against Miller, and Miller almost took it. Is that a It is a traveling violation. Great defense by now Miller. That's 2 opportunities where she got up and down the floor. Great defense, made sure she showed her hands, got the hands on the basketball and not reaching in, and that caused a traveling violation for VCU. Now Howard with the basketball, Stewart. And we've got a foul maybe underneath the basket here. Hannigan will take it out for the Bison. Now into Thomas, who had to tightrope along the sideline because she was bumped as she was getting the ball. She loses control of it. Pull-up jumper from the A-10 logo, knocked down. Just inside the free throw line for Thomas. 37-31. Knezevich over to Asari. Thomas tried to catch up with her, lost control. Preston over to Griffin. Her 3 goes over the rim, and it is going to be Bison basketball. It's still a 6-point game. 37-31. Howard is trying to inch back into this contest. Hannigan calling out directions, being guarded by Preston. Over to Stewart. Sorry, tightly on her. Over to Thomas, pull-up jumper, over Sotelo, doesn't go. Griffin gets a piece of the rebound over to Knezevich. Griffin, by Preston, back to Griffin on the wing. Up top to Knezevich. Inside to Asari, and it's going to go off her foot, out of bounds, and it's going to be Howard basketball. The Bison have done a really good job of keeping this VCU team on their toes. Hannigan takes it up the floor. Uses the pick from Miller. Being guarded by Preston. Looks inside to Thomas. Thomas working against Gaffin, and she's going to head to the free throw line with a chance to make this a 4-point game from the free throw line. Very intense matchup we've had so far as Thomas will head to the line. Thomas has 5 points on the day. She's 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 1 for 3 from the field. She knocks it down. 5-point game. And now Thomas to make this a 4-point game. The VCU fans getting a little bit rowdy, and she does. 37-33. Griffin swings it across court to Asari on the opposite end of the scorer's table. Knezevich. They're trying to break that press that Howard has cranked up here. Asari driving to the basket with the left, and she puts it in for 2. Off the glass for Mariana Asari. Howard right up the floor. Miller with the reverse, and she gets it. Another great shot off the glass. Knezevich looking deep inside for Asari. Gaffin is there alone, but then you see Thomas and Stewart collapse in on Gaffin. And the ball goes out of bounds. VCU basketball. 39-35, VCU up by 4. Last year's game, we saw VCU win 72-48. This Howard team has cranked it up just a little bit this time around. It's a 4-point game. Asari working against Miller. Miller with a pass, and it's blocked by Bynum. So Bynum Johnson comes across and blocks Griffin's shot. Griffin will get it in to Gaffin, who uses the left hand. And the lead is back at 6, 41-35. Hannigan driving straight to the basket. There's a foul on the floor. 41-35. Bynum Johnson will take it out. Haven't seen that many substitutions here in this quarter. Miller with the baby jump shot. Nice turnaround jumper by now Miller. Back to a 4-point game. Knezevich trying to break the press. Gives it over to Griffin, who swings it to Preston in the corner for three. Hits off the front of the rim. Hannigan got a piece of it, but Griffin able to push it to Knezevich. Knezevich. And her jumper doesn't go on the baseline. Rebound by Hannigan. Hannigan straight to the basket all the way, and she's going to head to the free throw line. And you can see Griffin, she's like, look, I didn't do that. What you calling on me can't be the case. But the foul is called on Saraya Griffin. And now we'll see Ann Zachariah and Ty Williams come into the game for VCU. 41-37. Man, oh man. As Ariella Hannigan makes it a 3-point game. And Hannigan will knock it down. 41-39. 2-point game. The Bison have climbed all the way back in. And there's some confusion on the floor. And so Preston will bring it up the floor. The referee gave me a dirty look like I said something wrong. There was confusion on the floor. And Preston over to Asari, who has it at the top of the key. 2-point game. Asari to Gaffin, who's at the top. Being guarded by Hemingway, who's now in the contest for the Howard. Ty Williams driving to the basket, tried to get it to Zachariah, but it's knocked away. And a great job by the Bison's defense and their offense, who have done everything they can to get back in this contest. It's 41-39. VCU up only by 2, and the Bison have climbed back in this one. We'll be back in a little bit here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network after the media timeout.
Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
All right, we are back. Media timeout over. VCU has the basketball. Up by 2. Zachariah 3. That one's going to fall short and rebounded by Hemingway. Hemingway will give it over to Hannigan. Hannigan, Bynum Jr., Miller, Hemingway, Thomas on the floor for the Bison. Asari, Zachariah, Williams, Gaffin, and Preston on the floor for VCU. Stewart has it on the wing. Takes the Thomas pick, pull up, elbow, can't get it to go. Thomas fighting with Gaffigan. She somehow corralled her leg to try to keep control of the basketball. And they're going to say this is either a travel or it's going to be jump. Let's see what we got here. So it's going to be VCU basketball. They're going to say it's traveling because she trapped the ball under her legs. Yeah, intriguing. So the Rams will take possession. So actually not even a travel. They said it was a jump ball, and then they gave it to VCU. So Asari. Zachariah to Preston at the top. To Asari, back to Preston up top. 3. Deja Preston knocks down a big 3. 44-39 VCU. Stewart takes the pick from Thomas. Over to Miller, back to Thomas. Thomas fading against Gaffigan. Excuse me, against Gaffin, and knocks it down. 44-41. Williams in the corner to Asari, and the 3. 47-41 VCU. Stewart here for the Bison, over to Miller. Now Miller's going to drive to the basket against Zachariah. Off the glass, doesn't go. Thomas with the second chance opportunity, and she puts it down. 47-43. 3 minutes left here in the third. Asari drives, lost control, and guess who it is? Miller. Once again, Thomas up the floor, spin move to the glass, and she can't get it to go, but Bynum Johnson is there. 2-point game. Now Miller has been phenomenal on the defensive side of the ball. 47-45. Three opportunity there by Preston, goes off the glass. Gaffin with the rebound, over to Williams. Williams over to Asari on the wing. And it's taken away by Howard. A chance to tie it up. Bynum Johnson inside, and no. There was some contact, no call. Williams inside, Gaffin for 2, got it. 49-45, VCU. The Bison about to have 3 substitutions come in. So are the Rams. Looks like it's going to be Durant along with Hannigan coming in for the Bison. That one goes out of bounds. And we'll also see April Edwards for the Bison come in. For VCU is Augustin, Kanerzovic, and Kachinko. Man, oh man. What a game we got on our hands here. The Bison giving VCU everything they can handle in this one. Hannigan driving, uses her shoulder to try to make something happen, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. And that's going to be against Asari. So Asari going to have a personal discussion with the ref and say, hey, look, I don't know what you saw, but I didn't do that. And the referee say, no, you did it. And so we'll see Hannigan go to the free throw line for 2 and a chance to make this a 2-point game. Knocks it down. 49-46, minute 36 here on the clock. Hannigan has been masterful from the free throw line. 49-47. Preston will give it over to Asari. Preston, Asari, Kanerzovic, Kachinko, and Augustin on the floor. Preston has it at the top, being guarded by Hemingway. Hemingway slows Preston's progress down. They give it to Asari back at the top of the key. Now Asari, crossover move against Durant. Augustin, Kanerzovic knocks it down. She is lethal. 5-point game. Edwards driving, takes the contact, floats it up, no good.
Are you kidding me? That's some bullshit.
Rams have it up by 5. Less than a minute here in the third quarter.
Here we go, AP.
The Rams have made 4 out of their last 5.
Sit down, AP.
Asari trying to take the pit from Kachinko. Asari driving, it's blocked.
Get that shit out of here.
Durant.
Here we go. Here we go.
So it will be VCU basketball here with 38 seconds left here in the third.
Here we go.
Kachinko takes it along the baseline, gives it to Asari. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Asari's shot no good. Hits off the front of the rim.
No.
And
It does not matter. It does not matter.
is this going to stay
No.
with VCU?
Fuck no. You wildin'. No, she's wildin'.
So we thought we may have had a shot clock violation. Now they're discussing it. And I think the referee, she's trying to explain that she either accidentally blew the whistle. And Coach Ty Grace is not thrilled. She's just going to walk back towards the bench. She is not happy about that decision. It's VCU basketball, 20 seconds back on the shot clock. Kachinko over to Augustin. Augustin to Preston on the wing. Back to Asari. Near the top. Being guarded by Edwards now. Hannigan has control of it. Kanerzovic driving to the basket, and there's going to be a foul. So Kanerzovic will head to the free throw line. 5-point game with VCU up. Kanerzovic has 15 points on the day. 6-11 from the field. 3 for 7 from the free throw line. She's got 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Mariana Asari, she's got 19 points, so the Rams got 2 scorers in double figures. Kanerzovic knocks it down. So Sotelo will come in for Kanerzovic. And Hannigan brings it up the floor. 6-point game. 8 seconds, Hannigan, shot a little bit short, rebound by Hemingway, and she knocks it down. Hemingway was looking for a foul. She's not gonna get it, but that's gonna make this a 4-point game, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the fourth quarter. VCU up 53-49 over Howard, but the Bison just won't go away. We'll be back here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network in just a little bit.
Crossroads Community Services Board is one of 39 Virginia community services boards. Crossroads offers community resources for mental health, developmental disability services, substance use disorder counseling, drug prevention programs, family therapists, and much more. Crossroads services the counties of Amelia, Buckingham, Charlotte, Cumberland, Lunenburg, Nottoway, and Prince Edward counties in Virginia. If you would like to reach out to the administrative services, You can reach them by mail at 60 Bush River Drive, Farmville, Virginia, 23901, or by phone at 434-392-3187. They're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, their national line is 866-307-0370. Any emergency services 24/7 is 800-548-1688. And if you need to reach out to the National Suicide Crisis Line, just dial pound 988. Perfect Mix, the 100% natural, handcrafted, fruit blended premium lemonades. If you want the perfect lemonade, Perfect Mix is just right for you. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook pages. Instagram at Perfect Mix, on Facebook at Perfect Mix. You can go and get your orders right now. Just reach out to us via our social media pages. Shipping and delivery are available. Bernard's Towing. If you find yourself in a jam and need help getting your vehicle out of a tough situation, Bernard's Towing is there to help you get your car where you need it to be. Remember, call us once and be hooked. You can contact Bernard's Towing at 804-380-2774 or at 804-495-51.
Second half of action has now met the second half of the second half as we enter the fourth quarter. The Bison have the basketball down by 4. And we've had another great VCU game back-to-back on our LegacyMaker Sports Network radio broadcast, and we're very excited to be here for another one. And we got another nail-biter on our hands. The Bison are down by 4. VCU up 53-49 as the foul is called on Preston. Hemingway will take the ball out of bounds here for the Bison. Into Hannigan. Hannigan has control. Will swing it over to Thomas. Thomas, who has made this second half a little bit of hers. It's a 53-51 game. Thomas at 13 points on the day. Has the Bison only down by 2. Asari will swing it across court to Preston for 3. Hits off the back of the rim. Asari flying for the rebound, and they're going to call that one out on Thomas. (53-51). Kachinko over to Preston. Being guarded by Edwards. Edwards is back in the game here for the Bison. Augustin taking it from the wing, drives it with the left, can't get it to go. Gets a second chance. Rebound, kicks it out to Asari for 3. The second chance point there for VCU. Edwards 3. Oh, it thought about going in. Rebound by Durant. Durant's fighting down low with Augustin. And a little concern there for Durant because I thought her head hit the ground, but she seems to be okay. 5-point game. Asari. Asari. Try to take the pick from Kachinko. Swing it over to Augustin at the top. Back to Asari on the wing. On the far wing, driving to the basket. Finds Sotelo along the baseline. She lost control of it. Kachinko gets it back. 9 seconds on the shot clock. That one's coming straight to Chris. I hope he's ready. And he was. That's my partner here, the coach himself, Chris Powell. Y'all got to make sure y'all check out the pod, man. Coach Couch Live, my man. sitting beside me near the press row. We're just trying to protect him. That's it. We just don't want him to get hurt. I'm concerned for his safety just like I'm concerned for mine. 56-51. Howard has possession. Down by 5, and Hannigan driving to the basket, and it's going to stay with the Bison. (56-51). Hannigan will take it out of bounds. Into Hemingway. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Thomas. Oh! Zanaya Thomas knocks it down. Thomas has been great in the second half. She's got 15. 56-53. Sotelo takes a dribble or two over to Griffin. Kachinko on the wing over to Preston, back to Kachinko. Takes a dribble, swings it to Griffin. Now Griffin working against Miller, who's been phenomenal defensively. Great job by Miller, creating a crazy shot there by Griffin. The Bison almost lost it. Boyla's looking for a travel. She doesn't get it. And it's taken away by Kachinko. The Bison were on the move, and now the Rams are taking it. Sotelo for 2. Every time the Bison get close, VCU finds a way to pull ahead. 58-53. Howard has to find that way to just kind of push through. Miller almost lost it. Hemingway 3 off the back of the rim. Rebound by Thomas. Driving a little bit out of control, but that's because of the contact. And Thomas is going to head to the free throw line. We'll see Zoe Stewart make her way back in the game for Durant. And Zachariah coming in for Preston. Kanerzovic coming in for Sotelo. I thought it was Kachinko at first, but then she decided to turn back around. Asari coming in for Griffin. So for the Rams, Zachariah, Kachinko, Augustin, Kanerzovic, and Asari on the floor for Howard, Hemingway, Stewart, Miller, Thomas, and Hannigan. And the first free throw goes down for Thomas. Thomas is 6. Oh, she misses that one. So 6 for 8 for Thomas. Still a very impressive game so far for Thomas. And we've got an offensive foul as Miller takes the elbow. So Howard basketball, 58-54, 6 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 4-point game. Stewart has it here on the near wing. And it's tipped away by Kanerzovic, but she's not able to take it away as Hannigan's able to get it inside to Thomas. And guess what? She's going back to the free throw line. So once again, Thomas to the free throw line, 6 for 8 on the day, 16 points overall, 5 for 8 from the field. She can make it a 2-point game. The Bison have done this multiple times where they get it within 2, and then they haven't been able to get past that. So Zanaya Thomas, bam, 2-point game. Asari's in trouble because now the Bison have cranked up the defense, and that's going to be a foul on Hannigan. She went full speed into the shoulder of Augustin. What a game. Another great game here at the Siegel Center. As Asari will bring it up the floor for VCU. Kachinko gives it off to Augustin. Augustin to Kanerzovic. And Kanerzovic's jumper no good. Here come the Bison. Chance to tie or take the lead. Hannigan for 3 and the Bison lead. No, off the right side of the rim. And it will be VCU basketball. A lot of contact there between Augustin and Thomas. Thomas went flying into the bench. And we'll see Gaffin come in for Kachinko. Still a 2-point game, and the Bison have not been able to get over the hump. They've brought it within two multiple times. And now the Bison defense is cranked up. Zachariah working against Thomas. Finds a trailing Augustin. Konarzovic, what do you do? Wide open in the corner for three. It's back to 5. Hannigan driving, some contact. She's going to head to the line. Great job by Howard continuing to keep the pressure up on VCU. Despite the three, the Bison go straight down the court, get the contact, and now they're going to head to the free throw line. And that's what this Bison team has done all game, keeping the pressure up on the Rams. And now Hannigan will head to the free throw line. Hannigan is 6 for 7 from the free throw line herself. She knocks that one down. If you want to know how this team is standing in this game, getting to the free throw line. They're 17 for 23 from the free throw line, shooting 75%. Coach Ty Grace has to be thrilled with the shooting performance from the free throw line today. You got to make the free ones, and the Bisons have done that. Great job by the Bison. Asari over to Augustin. Konarzovic over to Asari, back to Konarzovic. Konarzovic's three, no good. Hannigan with the rebound. Howard up the floor. Stewart over to Thomas, working against Gaffin. Hemingway, jump shot. That one hits off the front of the rim. Rebound Rams. Konarzovic, and we got a timeout. We've got a timeout by VCU. So timeout VCU, 61-58 here in the fourth quarter. Another great contest here from the Siegel Center. I'm Darrell, Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll be back to bring you the rest of this bad boy in just a little bit.
Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment would like to let you know about a few projects they have going on at the current time. Legendary Culture Films currently has 2 movies out on Tubi. The first one, Black Sheep. It's about a young hustler trying to make a transition from the streets, becomes an outcast and the target, and it turns into war in the city. Black Sheep currently out on Tubi right now. Also, the movie Legend Has It. It's about a young warlock who seeks revenge on his mother's killers, an action-packed thriller that will have you out of your seats. Legend Has It, currently on Tubi right now, so make sure you go check them out. And from Born Legend Entertainment, the man chosen himself with his brand new hit single, Throw That, which is currently out on all major platforms and on heavy rotation on 106.5 The Beat in Richmond, Virginia. So make sure you check out all the great content coming from Legendary Culture Films and Born Legend Entertainment. Big Jack's Cooking with Orlon Big Jack Jackson. They specialize in Southern comfort food. Orlon told us one time in a broadcast, if it's comfortable, they'll cook it. So if you're looking for amazing Southern comfort food, reach out to Big Jack's Cooking at 8830 Otterburn Road, Amelia, Virginia, 23002, or by phone at 804-405-0330. You can also email Big Jack at bigjackscooking@gmail.com.
Fourth quarter, 4 minutes, 38 seconds left here in this game. It's a three-point game. Asari's three off the front of the rim. And a great rebound there by Miller, some contact. And it will be Bison basketball. I will say, I mean, look, you look at Miller, 5 points, 6 rebounds. But what the story doesn't tell are the hustle plays. And she's done a really good job today for this team. 4 steals. And she's just been very, very good. Very, very good for the Bison. And I'm telling y'all, it's been a fun one, but she's been very, very impressive in my eye. I liked everything I've seen from her. I like good old school basketball, and she's just been on everything. Also, the great play from Zanaya Thomas, 18 points, 5 for 8 from the field, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. We got Ariella Hannigan, 12 points, 2 from 11 from the field, but all her points have come from the free throw line. She's making those free throws. 8 for 9 from the free throw line with 2 rebounds and an assist. On the VCU side of things, Mariana Asari, 22 points, 8 for 17 from the field, 4 3-pointers on the day, 2 for 2 from the free throw line with 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Once again, she's going to be one of those people that you see in the A-10 who is going to make a real shot at becoming the A-10 Player of the Year. She's got some really tough competition because there's some really good players, including a young lady over at Richmond who we will see tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will catch Maggie Dugan and the Richmond Spiders as they take on the Temple Owls. 2 teams sitting at 3-1. That's going to be a fun contest. We're excited for that. That'll be tomorrow night from the Robins Center. And our first Richmond radio broadcast of the year, our 3rd overall. We can't wait for that game tomorrow night. But with that being said, VCU and Howard in a battle, 61-58, 4 minutes left here in the 4th. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. 61-58, 4 minutes, 29 seconds. They had to take the regular timeout, then the media timeout. Got to make sure the bills get paid. And now we have Miller at the free throw line, and a missed attempt there by now Miller. Miller is 1 for 3 from the free throw line today. And she misses both. Sorry, we'll bring it up the floor. 3-point game for VCU. Working against Hannigan, and we're going to on the floor foul called against Hannigan. So her second personal foul, team second. Sorry, we'll take the inbound. Working against Hannigan. Oh, now a blocking foul on Hannigan. And so now it went from 1 to 3 just like that. So, I mean, in foul trouble, but not in foul trouble at this point. She still has 2 fouls to give. Knezarek into Asari. Couple dribbles in between the legs. Asari working against Stewart. Zachariah at the top of the key to Augustin. Augustin over to Knezarek. Knezarek driving, pump fake, pulls, misses completely. Gaffin with the rebound, takes the contact, and it's going to be last touched by Thomas. and it'll stay with the Rams. Still a 3-point game. And the Bison still looking to find a way to get over the hump. They've been close, and they haven't been able to do it. The Rams have been holding them off at every turn. Knurzovic to Asari. Asari, pump fakes over to Augustin. Knurzovic, and we got a off the ball foul.
Take your time, Z. You get whatever you want when you patient.
And that will be Bison basketball as Preston comes in for Zachariah.
One possession at a time.
And the Bison have possession. Thomas to Bynum Johnson, and that's going to be free throw line. There's some contact on the floor. And so Coach O'Boyle tells her whole squad, come on over, we got to talk. And so there's some discussion going on here. It's just Thomas sitting at the free throw line. And so Thomas, who's been beautiful from the free throw line today, 8 for 10, and she's shooting 80% from the line in this contest. Between her and Hannigan, there's 16 for 19. Oh, man, Thomas has been so good from the free throw line, and she misses that one. Chance to make it a 2-point game again. But can the Bison get over the hump? She misses both. Preston with the rebound. I'm shocked. Preston to Asari. Asari calling off some direction. Augustin there to set the pick for Asari. Now Asari to Augustin on the wing. Augustin back to Asari at top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Asari working towards it. Gives it to Knurzovic. Knurzovic driving. It's stripped away by Bynum Johnson. And a double dribble. Oh, a double dribble called against Bynum Johnson. Every time the Bison get a chance, something happens. So Coach Ty Grace is not thrilled with the call. It'll be VCU basketball here with 2:57 left in the fourth.
We want it. We need it. Get it back.
Augustin has the basketball. Over to Asari. Oh, Miller almost had it. Knurzovic, corner. Griffin, 3, takes a bounce off the backboard, and it's going to be Bison basketball. Once again, another chance for the Bison to try and do something here. The Bison, who are 4-0 in the season, trying to hold on to the undefeated season so far. Trying to keep it unblemished. You know, this Bison's team have won some solid games so far, even beating A-10 opponent George Washington 62-60. And this game is having the same makings of a game that's super close against an A-10 opponent. So if they can find a way here, they can try to go 2-0 against the A-10. They've got some really tough matchups this year. Howard, they have to play UVA, or Fairfield, who's a really good opponent. Syracuse, Purdue, they've got some good ones coming up. And Thomas, who's just been so good from the free throw line in this game. Now, unfortunately, it just feels like she hasn't been able to buy a bucket. Up the floor comes Augustin. Full speed, Thomas, and a foul called against Thomas. Preston will come in for VCU. And we'll also see Hannigan come in. Or at least we thought, yeah, she's coming in for the Bison. 61-59 as Augustin heads to the free throw line. Augustin, no points on the day. She knocks down her first three-point game. Augustin looking to make it a 4-point game. She missed it. Rebound by Howard. Thomas will have it, working against Kachinko, floats it in the air, and Thomas, it's a 1-point game. So for the first time in a minute, it's a 1-point game. They've made it a 2-point game, 3-point game, 2-point game, and now the Bison have a chance here. 2 minutes left. 62-61, VCU with the ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Griffin over to Asari. Whoa, Stewart went flying. Kachinko, and we've got a, is it going to be a foul on the floor here? So Zoe Stewart gets called for the foul. I mean, and Stewart, she got hit by somebody because she went flying across the floor. But she was able to get up. And now Kachinko will have a chance to extend the VCU lead once again. And the first one goes down, 2-point game, 63-61. This has been a dogfight. And both of these teams have not let up. Kachinko to make it 3 points. Knocks it down. 64-61. Minute and some change left here. 3-point lead for VCU. Bynum Johnson on the wing. Johnson over to Hannigan. Hannigan drive to the basket with the left, couldn't get it to go. Thomas' second opportunity. She is fouled. She's going to head to the free throw line. So now Thomas, who has 21 points and has done a really good job of causing chaos and getting to the free throw line. Just a phenomenal job at that. Thomas knocks it down, right back to a 2-point game. A minute 27. This is starting to feel like a game. Last possession wins it. We shall see. Thomas, bam. 64-63. Griffin almost lost the basketball. As she brings it up for VCU, she's being guarded heavily by Hemingway. Griffin over to Kachinko. Kachinko looking for Zachariah, who has it on the wing. It's a very interesting lineup for Coach O'Boyle. Noah Sari in the game right now. No, I'll take that back. She's in the game. And Zachariah with the floater, 66-63. No Kachinko in the game for VCU. And we've got a timeout. 57 seconds left here in the fourth. Howard down by 3. And the Bison have not and will not go away. VCU has had a tough time trying to fight off this Bison team. And what a matchup we've had so far from the Siegel Center. 57 seconds left here in the fourth. We'll find out if the Bison can find a way to complete a comeback, or will VCU hold on? I'm Darrell, Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. We'll be back in a second.
I just need one more to get through today.
In 2023, nearly 80,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses. About 3 out of 4 overdose deaths.
I'll send you that new character skin if I lose this one.
For youths aged 12 to 17, esports significantly increases participating in gambling activities.
Howard basketball. 57 seconds left. 57.6 seconds to be precise left here in this one. Bynum Johnson will take it out for the Bison. 3-point game here at the Siegel Center. Bison trying to hold on to this perfect season so far. Miller, turnaround jumper. It's short, rebound Asari. And that's going to be against VCU. A push. And guess who's going back to the free throw line? Zaniyah Thomas. She's got 16 free throw attempts today. 11 for 16, 23 points for Thomas. Man, oh man. Thomas knocks it down. Back to a 2-point game. 24 points for Thomas. And she's got the Bison in this one. 1-point game. No mistakes if you're either team here. Are you guys feeling the buzzer beater? I am. I'm just saying it out loud now because I want to see it. That could be selfish of me, but that's what I want to see. 66-65, the VCU Rams up over the Bison by 1, 46 seconds with a timeout. .7 seconds. So here we go. VCU up by 1. Stewart guarding Asari heavily near the wing. Time ticking here. 18 seconds. Looking inside, and Bynum Johnson knocked it away, but it will stay with VCU. If you're VCU, no mistakes. One false move. This Bison team has been crawling all game, looking to just take the lead. And they've been so close. The Rams got to hold on tight. Knerzovic in the Asari, barely. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Hemingway on Asari. Kachinko has the ball over to Augustin. She almost lost it. Oh, she had to save it. It's taken by the Bison. 18 seconds. Miller is fouled and will head to the free throw line. Wow. So Miller, who has struggled from the free throw line, if you're going to choose anybody to foul, this is the person. 1 for 4 from the free throw line, and Miller has a chance to, 1, tie this game up, 2, give the Bison the lead with 16.5 seconds. Well, she's got a chance to at least tie. She misses the first. Miller has struggled from the free throw line in this one. 66-65, 16.5 seconds on the clock. Miller, she got it. The game is tied when she needed it the most. The game is tied at 66. Well, I knew something was going to happen. This is the vibe this game was given the entire time. 66-66, VCU and Howard here from the Siegel Center. What a game this has been. What a game. Even in the paint, with 22 points apiece. VCU better off the bench with 18 points to 11. The rebound in front also to VCU. But the thing that has kept the Bison in this game, the free throw line. They're 25 for 37 from the free throw line. 67% overall. Thomas has been to the free throw line 18 times. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who's going to win this one. 16 seconds left, or will we head to overtime? I don't know, but we shall see here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in for our first of 2 games this week. Tomorrow, we head to the Robins Center as the Spiders, the last time I checked, they were number 19 team in the country, to take on Temple. I probably should know that, but you know, the Ravens trained a lot. Here we go. 16 seconds, Ram basketball. Asari will inbound for the Rams. Knezevich has the basketball, being guarded by Hemingway. 12 seconds, 11. Knezevich will swing it over to Asari. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Drives inside and off the glass for 2 with 3.6 seconds, and she's fouled. Wow. Mariana Asari. What a chance to make this a 3-point game the old-fashioned way. Wow, what a play by Asari, driving to the basket, takes the contact. And now, this is still a tense moment here, 68-66. If you're Asari, if you miss it and you can get the rebound, you may be able to put this away. But if you're Howard, you get the rebound, call timeout. She knocks it down. And Howard's going to call timeout anyway. Man, oh man, oh man. 69-66, 3.6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the Howard Bison will have one more shot at trying to send this into overtime. What a game. What a game. We got a little Dennis Edwards playing in the background by the Peppers. You don't have to look any further for great basketball action, because you're getting it right here on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. Once again, everybody, we'd like to thank you all for listening in. I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. For those who have listened in, and we are having an amazing time here from the Siegel Center. So Bynum Johnson will take the ball out for Howard. They've got 3.6 seconds now. A little note, Howard's 3 for 10 from the three-point line. Bynum Johnson will look for someone on the inbound. She gets it in. Thomas, contact, nothing, that's it. No foul call. The referee shakes his head and walks off the court. Coach Ty Grace is not thrilled. Thomas is on the ground, and this one will end with a win for VCU. What a battle. Back and forth contest. Howard could not get over the hump. They had opportunities, and it was a tough way to go for the Bison as they lose their first game of the season. The Rams move to 3-1. The Bison will be 4-1. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great contest. I really enjoyed calling this one from the Siegel Center. Final stats in this one for VCU. Mariana Asari, who hit the game-winning shot with 3.6 seconds on the clock, then knocking in the free throw. She had 25 points, 9 for 18 from the field, 4 3-pointers on the day, 3 for 3 from the free throw line with 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Knezevich, 19 points on the day. Zachariah, 7. Pachinko had 2. Sotelo with 6, Augustin with 1, and Preston with 5. On the Howard side of things, Zanaya Thomas, 25 points, Stewart with 10, Hannigan with 12, Bynum Johnson with 2, Miller with 6, Hemingway with 2, Durant with 8, and Moreno with 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in to Legacy Maker Sports Network. We had an absolute ball bringing you this broadcast this evening. We will be back tomorrow for Richmond Spiders versus the Temple Owls from the Robins Center. Until then, you guys have a phenomenal evening, and we'll see you all next time.